Aloha and welcome to A Word with Ward. I'm Representative Gene Ward. I have the honor and privilege to represent the area from Hawaii Kai to Kalama Valley in the state legislature. I'm beginning a series today on interviewing movers and shakers, those leaders in our community who are making a difference. And I'm honored to say that they are part of the Hawaii Kai Renaissance, the new Hawaii Kai that has added so many new events and new things to it, such as the boat parade, the Hanauma Bay events, the Christmas parade, and today we're going to talk about everything you ever wanted to know about the Independence Day on Maunalua Bay. My guests today are as follows. Today we have the event chair, Dianne Glei. Dianne, welcome to A Word with Ward.
Thank you.
And we have also with the Treasury, the one who is the board treasurer, Kevin Nitta. Kevin, welcome to A Word with Ward.
Thank you.
And the president of the foundation, who I'm going to ask the first question to about the history of the Independence Day at Maunalua Bay Foundation, which is a long mouthful and a long word. How did it start about? How long have you been doing this?
I came on in April 2008 to help with the fundraising effort, and I think I've been stuck there ever since. But it was a go-getter, a local resident named Paige Alton, who lives in Portlock, that first brought this idea to the neighborhood community board, and subsequently met with you and rallied people together. And we've been blessed to have people such as Shaw Thompson come on board as our first ever president. We've had realtors like Melanie Long come and be a sponsor. We've had East Oahu Realty support us, along with restaurants and businesses like Roy's and Outback, Bubby's, the banks. It's just trickled down. It's grown over the years.
Dan, you are the director of the event. Tell us what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and how people can get involved.
It's, of course, July 4th, and it's on Maunalua Bay Beach Park. We're using both sides this year. The main event site is the Cocoa Head side of the park, and our stage will be there, and we have an awesome entertainment lineup. We have Anahea, Dennis Kamakahi, Steve Ma'i, Maunalua. We're going to open with the singing of God Bless America, and we're going to, and Hawaii Pono. And we're going to end with the singing of America the Beautiful, just before the fireworks go off at 8 o'clock. And they're shot from a barge on the bay. In between, we have Ono food, we have Keiki games. We're going to have a whole kids zone on the Eva side of the park, near where the bathrooms are on that side of the beach park.
What time should people show up?
It all starts at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And it's continuous until 8 o'clock when the fireworks go off.
Mm-hmm. And you said that you're using both sides of Maunalua Bay. If I wasn't that familiar with Maunalua Bay, when you said the Cocoa Head side...
So the Cocoa Head side, the one closest to the bridge, is the one we used last year, and it's the main event site. The food vendors will be there, the community and civic groups will be there, the main stage will be there, we'll have an Ohana tent, and that's where the main activities will be.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's not just for the kids, it's for adults too.
It's for,
right?
it's
for all America celebrating our birthday.
Exactly.
As
It's a free community event to celebrate friends, family, and freedom, and this is the 4th annual Independence Day at Maunalua Bay.
What are some of the numbers that have come out in the past? Do you remember some of the numbers, the turnouts?
Last year we used a clicker and we had 5,000 people walk through the event site. The first year they didn't expect to have 5,000 people, and by the time you added all of the viewing outside in on the hillsides and the homes, there were 20-some thousand people, and it's continued to have that amount of attendance. The actual event site draws 5,000 to 6,000 people.
5,000 to 6,000 people on the ground in the area. Mm-hmm. But I also understand that it's not just for the celebration of the birthday of America. You also have a scholarship. And the young man in the middle, Kevin, you got something to say about that as the treasurer of the foundation. What's the scholarship about? I don't think too many people know about that. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is to let people know that this is happening.
They don't, and that's one of the lesser advertised aspects of the event, but it is one of the driving forces of why we continue to do this, because it's for the kids. basically it's whenever the event shows a profit, whatever we do after we pay off all of our expenses, that goes into a scholarship fund. And to date, we have given over $6,000 of scholarships to East Oahu children, high school seniors.
So
That's who we're
scholarships to go where? To accomplish a degree, or what's
for college, either education or college expenses.
And what are they called? What kind of scholarship? What are they called?
They're the Independence Day at Maunalua Bay
Independence-
Scholarship.
That whole mouthful of it.
But you know, if you break it down to what are we celebrating, we're celebrating Independence Day, and it's on Maunalua Bay, and we simply are an organization called a foundation. So that's how I remember it.
And how many students have taken advantage of the scholarship, or how many students have you blessed with the scholarships so far?
So far, in 2010 was the first year that we showed a profit. We were able to give out scholarships to 3 Hawaii children. So that's great. It's a great start for us.
East Oahu seniors, high school seniors.
And if people are viewing this, yeah, I didn't know there was an Independence Day at Maunalua Bay Foundation Scholarship. How would they get engaged in this? Is there a website or is there an application?
We distribute the applications to all high schools in East Honolulu. So the counselor on site, on campus, that facilitates your request for scholarship information would have those documents. And even though only 3 students receive them, we receive dozens of entries.
Yeah,
for
highly
that.
competitive too.
Yes. Yes.
Am I talking to the interview panel that chooses the scholarship?
Kevin was on the scholarship committee.
We have a separate scholarship committee. The first year we have it within the board, but now we're opening it up to the community, and we're having people like educators, people who worked at the schools to join us and be on part with the scholarship committee.
Kevin, what kind of things are you looking for in your applicants?
We're looking for what are they going to do? How are they going to give back? That was one of the main themes of our scholarship applicants. So we wanted to find out what are they going to do with that higher education that we're helping them achieve? How are they going to give back to the community? So we had many excellent entries. It was very hard to choose, but we had our criteria, we weeded them through, and we're glad we chose the 3 people that we did give out scholarships to were very deserving individuals.
Dianne, you mentioned it, Anuhea, Dennis Kamakahi, Maunalua, and all these other great entertainers are going to come. Are you going to have any of these scholarship winners come and speak also?
We hope so.
If
We
they're
hope so. If they're
available.
If
Right.
they're on island.
That would be good.
We've emailed them, and we're hoping all or at least one of them can come and talk about it.
We've opened it up to them. As to whether they come, we'll see if their schedule allows it.
And as a nonprofit, I know that all of you guys make so much money doing this. I know that you sit here, the clock's just. What motivates you? Give us some of your background, Laura. Give us so people can know who they're dealing with in this foundation. Give us a
Well,
little bit of your
I'm a
background.
mother of 3. I live in Hawaii Kai since 1976. My children attend schools. I support the mission of education that the foundation set out to do. And, it's not easy to ask for money, but I'm not shy to do it because I love the event. I love the beauty of the fireworks, and with the recent ban, I think that this year we're going to have a really good draw for the community to come see a great show or stay home on the hills and have a great barbecue with friends over from Kahala, Kaimaki, because basically, Maunalua Bay is from Diamond Head to Cocoa Head. So we'd really love the community from Kahala to Hawaii Kai to come out and enjoy the 4th of July.
People don't usually catch that as the geographical area.
They do not.
From Diamond Head to Cocoa Head.
That's
It's
right.
a huge, huge bay, and I know those who have been cleaning the bay have cleaned acres, but they've got
Yes.
more and more acres to
That's
go.
right.
Yes.
What does it cost to put on an event like this?
We're hoping, our goal was to raise $65,000.
And that's just to keep everything running as it is. That's with the profit for the scholarship, or that's just sort of getting...
$65,000 would be the full bill on absolutely every vendored item needed. From year to year, we are blessed with donations and discounts, so we have been able to keep that beneath $65,000 for the last 3 years. We're rapidly approaching that $65,000 level this year.
And with the economy slipping, well, your energy probably as it's exhibited will be all the more important at this particular
Yes.
time. Kevin, why are you involved? What motivated you to get involved? What's your background?
Well, I worked in Hawaii Kai ever since I graduated from college. I own and operate a small accounting firm out in Hawaii Kai. And I've always been involved in community service. That's my passion. So I've been involved with the Hawaii Kai JCs. We're a small nonprofit, youth leadership organization out there, as well as other small organizations. So when this Independence Day in Maunalua Bay first came up, they've invited different groups to be involved. The JCs were one of them, and I joined as a result of that. And I liked it so much, I decided to be on the board. So I've been the treasurer for 3 years straight now.
The community, you're talking to a former Peace Corps volunteer, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You don't get paid very much. You don't get paid at all.
No.
But what you give, you get back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Huge denomination. Dianne, your background yourself?
Yes, I moved here in 2005 from the Bay Area. My husband and I always wanted to live in Hawaii, and he got a job opportunity. And I was looking for a way to get involved in the community. So I saw a newspaper article, and I called up and said I wanted to volunteer. So I joined in about February of 2008.
Was it one of that Laura put in? Did you put in a newspaper article looking for volunteers? She stepped forward?
I think it was Paige.
No, anyway. But, and I'm a former journalist, so I thought I would come on and I could help them write things. They had just gotten somebody to do that, so I said, okay, I'll do something else. So I got involved, and I got involved so well that they elected me to the board the next year, and I've been on the board ever since. And this year I'm chair, and I love this event. The first year, the day after the 4th of July, when I was wandering around, I worked part-time at Starbucks at that time, and I was wandering around Hawaii Kai Shopping Center, and everybody was talking about the fireworks, and everybody was raving about them. And it gave me such a good feeling to know that I had been a part of making that happen and that the community enjoyed it.
And you certainly have got the word out to just about any place that you get an opportunity to speak, or to, you said you were on TV the other morning putting the word out. You come to the neighborhood board. I've seen all of you at the neighborhood board.
And I recently, on May 5th, gave an announcement at Kaiser where they are welcoming in their freshmen and sophomore entering the International Baccalaureate program. So I got to let the families coming in know that the students will be fundraising items throughout the school year to help the 4th of July and to plan on being there if they're in town. So we get many opportunities to discuss it lately.
If we can go rewind a little bit to what was otherwise a very quick overview of what happens during the day. Let's go back to the beginning. It starts at 1 o'clock. The vendors are all there. How many vendors are there, and are there any opportunities if vendors are looking that, hey, I want to get a booth there, or is it already closed? Or
vendors, we're coming up on the last week that we can do it in terms of getting the proper paperwork and the insurance things. We're going to have, we're still negotiating with a few, so we're going to have about 23 vendors between food and civic and community organizations.
23 vendors, and if they move very, very quickly, there may be opportunities for some people to sign up.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Or could be. Well, that shows business is good in the sense that you've pretty much filled them up.
And we've got some new vendors this year. We have an Inferno.
Yeah, give us a sample.
We have Inferno Pizza, so we're going to have pizza for the first time this year. The Shack is coming back. He had so much fun last year that he's coming back. Bubby's, of course, is there. He's been a mainstay. And Wynn is now on, Showman, the owner of Bubby's, is now on our board, and he's just
good choice. Very good choice.
He's a real go-getter. And then Kamalawiki School is going to have their shave ice, and they're going to be on the Eva side by the kids zone.
So people can come out and eat shave ice, but they can also help their school.
Exactly.
While they're doing it. Are there other, is like Kaiser or other?
The Kaiser Project Grad, one of our big sponsors, Holly Glei, is donating the tent that they get, and they're donating it to Project Grad at Kaiser High School. So they will have a booth where they will be trying to raise funds to support Project Grad next year.
So people come out there
again for the children.
I
just love how it all ties together, and it comes back to the keiki.
Is there a keiki bicycle or some parade or something?
Yes, this is Natalie Iwasa, the bike mom, came to us with this proposition. She wanted to do a keiki bike parade, and we said, oh, that sounds like a neat idea. So we worked out some of the logistics, and so we've invited keiki to bring down their bikes, decorate them in patriotic colors. They will have to go through a safety check for helmets and for bike maintenance. Then they're going to parade, and the winners will walk their bikes to the main event site and receive their prizes from the main stage.
When you say they go on parade, they don't obviously go on Kalanianoli Highway?
No.
How do they ride around the
It's going to be at the Keahole entrance, parking entrance there. As you cross Keahole, the highway, right at the entrance to the main part of
So that'll be all
Maunalua
blocked
Bay.
off and they'll have it.
Yes, right.
Speaking of which, this is something that probably people who've gone in the past, and maybe my wife would even be listening. Where do people park when they come? Where do you guys suggest?
That is a great
Laura?
question. We are very blessed that Costco will be closed that day. So there's parking at Costco.
And not a closed gate, an open gate, no problem.
Open gate. The mall is still open, but Costco is physically closed. So all those parking stalls are open to you. Second, we have arranged a generous donation from King's Cathedral where they are providing drivers and vans to pick you up at Kaiser High School and Hahaioni Elementary School so you can leave your car parked and be shuttled down to the event site, front door service.
For people outside of Hawaii, that says between the New Valley, the Kaiser High School, the Costco, everybody's going to be able to find parking.
Correct.
It sounds like you get really good backup stuff
Yes.
on that.
It's a
Kevin,
great
did you want to add
donation.
something to that?
No, I just wanted to add, it's really convenient. The shuttles come every, I believe, 15 minutes or
Yeah.
so.
And they start at 1 o'clock and they run throughout, and then after, of course, they stop during the fireworks, and then they start again and take people back.
And don't forget, there's always the city bus.
Which runs on its usual holiday schedule.
Correct.
For people who want to come from
And-
far, far away.
And this year, because of the bike parade, we're going to have barricades in the coconut strip there at the Keahole parking area for people to park and lock their bikes if they want to bike down.
She's speaking of the median strip that separates the boat trailer parking lot for boaters from Kalanianiole Highway. And it's a strip 700 feet long, and it'll be full of barricades so people can bike and walk. And we'll have bicycle parking.
Good European twist. Everybody's encouraged to ride wherever you are in Europe.
It's
in
the
Hawaii,
tour. It's
we
the
still
tour
haven't got the
Honolulu.
bikeways. We're still trying to get out of our cars,
Yes.
which is kind of a different issue. I want to go back to the bikes, though. The kids take their bikes, they decorate them, they go on a circular, and then are you guys the judges or what?
No, she's got 3 judges.
Natalie Wase is the judge.
She's the coordinator. She has
Okay.
Wayne Yoshika, the
Yoshioka of the
Yoshioka,
DTS City and County.
Lila Berg.
Okay.
She's the former
representative.
state, right? And Officer, I believe it's Miller.
Krupke, Officer Miller.
Miller, I think he's one of the HPD officers in Hawaii Kai. I can't remember his first
Is he on
name.
the bicycle patrol? No, we don't have one. We don't have a. Well, we have some bicycle downtown for the HPD, but not Hawaii Kai. So they're going to judge it. What is the? If the little girls are watching or little boys are watching, I want to get in this bike parade. I want to win. What will I win?
She's going to have, at this point, she's got bike helmets and she's still collecting the prizes.
From vendors who
Yes.
also may
From
be
people.
listening,
Yes,
who could
that's
donate
right.
a prize
Anybody
to the
who would like
Keiki.
to donate a prize for the bike parade, they can get in touch.
My daughter's 16. Is she too old to get in this?
I don't,
No.
I don't
What's the
think
age limit? That's the point. What is the age limit?
I
Who
don't
gets
know
in?
that she's, we didn't really discuss an age limit, so I don't know.
You guys can't get in the parade, right?
No,
I mean,
no.
Okay,
no,
so
no.
there's got to be some.
It's only going out to the schools.
Okay, so we assume then.
The flyer introduced it from elementary to high school, so 16 should
Okay,
be
so that
appropriate.
should be there. It's only that we left her bike in East Timor when we were doing Peace Corps. She still hasn't forgiven me for that. But
They have more bikes here. They have bikes in Honolulu.
yeah, her father's too cheap to get her another bicycle. What are some of the other pointed things that when people come, they see the bike parade, that's one of the first things at 1 o'clock?
It
I'm
is.
trying to walk through.
That's going to be at 1 o'clock, and then and we'll be starting the entertainment at 1 o'clock. We're going to have Leone Pratt's Hawaii Kai Keiki hula, and then we have a young local band that's going to perform, and Heart Song, who's a local group that's performed for all 4 years. It's composed of Pastor Andy Kakuta from Hawaii Kai Community Church as part of the group.
Weren't we doing a promotional at the Hawaii Kai Shopping Center?
Yes, and they
Town
performed.
Center?
Yes.
I remember, they're a good band.
They're very good.
Very, very good
They're
band.
very good, yes. And they've been with us for 4 years, and this will be Maunalua's 3rd year with us as the closing act before the fireworks.
So if people come, they can have pizza for lunch. What else can they eat?
The Shack is going to do
Shack.
sliders. We're going to have some kebabs.
Okay,
vegetable
kebabs.
and beef kebabs,
Kettle corn,
kettle corn,
roasted corn.
ice cream.
Okay, ice cream, yeah, bubbies. So
Yes.
people can go there, actually have lunch, and then listen to music. What
Yes.
what else can they do between that
Well,
and the fireworks?
the opening ceremonies also, Diane, is going to be our mistress of ceremony for a few hours will be Ramsey Wharton from the KGMB Sunrise Show. Kaiser's Junior ROTC will present the colors.
Super.
Yes, and then the foundation is going to take on the endeavor of having a drink booth sponsored by Pepsi. So we'll have plenty of liquids, plenty of good music, great food. And I think one of our marketers is also working on, and we haven't firmed it up yet, a watermelon eating contest.
Oh, now that makes it exciting.
Yes.
So that may be one of the surprises, or are there other
Yes.
surprises you guys can't
And
mention?
then we have each of the community and civic organizations have offer some activity for keikis, like some kind of a patriotic game or something like that. And the Kids Zone, which is going to be run by Winners Camp and the Rotaract Club from UH, is going to have all keiki games and activities throughout the day from 1 to 8 o'clock.
So plenty of stuff for the kikis, plenty of games.
Yes.
We also had a horse that one of our residents brings by, and the kids can come and paint it. So
Patrick Ching, the
Patrick
Maunalua
Ching.
artist.
I've seen that in the past.
Yes, every
Okay.
year. So it's a
Yes.
good activity for the kids.
So it's a it's a life-size horse, and he brings it down. So he's totally
White.
made it white, and then he brings the
come in.
keiki over, and they paint it in patriotic colors. It's a
really
great
cute.
photo op.
Now I know this is a little bit. Before we wrap up, we got to project what's down the future. Okay, what's the weather going to be like on that day?
Awesome.
It's never been really threatening, right?
No,
so far,
it
4
hasn't.
times it's been pretty much.
You know,
Wind-
for
little
us,
wind.
Or 3
Well,
times. This is the 4th one, right?
This is
the fourth one.
for us who run the show, our main concern is the tides, so that Huinalu can come and give canoe rides in front of Portlock and back to the site. So we're looking to duplicate that again this year, and it looks like the tides will be in our favor to do that.
Speaking of the tides, is there anything behind the scenes that you could share with the viewers about how they actually fire these fireworks and where they're coming from? Is it that little black barge that kind of sits out there?
It's the barge that they bring the barge in. It comes
And
over
where does
from
it come from?
They
Honolulu.
load it in the Honolulu Harbor under watch of the Coast Guard and the fire department. It has to be seaworthy, then it has to be approved by the fire department in the way that it's wired and stacked, and then it gets escorted by DLNR, and those DLNR boats also do a safety perimeter around the barge so that the public on their boats aren't too close.
They're reasonably close to shore, though, because I think the visual is so clear that they're not far off.
I don't know
you
how
what
far
the-
off they
you know
are,
what
but they're, yeah, they one year they got too close and they made them move back. So there is a certain limit, and I'm not sure what it
It's
is.
up to the officers on the barge that work with Coast Guard and DLNR to tell the barge where to be.
Now, do you know the mechanics of how they do this? Is it a guy sitting at a laptop saying, okay, red and black, tung, or... I mean, this may be getting too technical. And you guys are at the front of the
I don't
of the
think we've
office.
asked him, but he does have a tent on the at the beach park to where he surveys what's going on, and I guess has communications with the people on the barge. Oh, and also the fireworks are going to be simulcast with music on KINE, and they're doing that again for the 4th year.
So people can sit at home and
Yes.
watch the fireworks.
But come get lunch first, then go home and watch the fireworks.
Yes, for full participation, you come at 1
Yes.
o'clock, have lunch, have the kids play keiki, or get in the bike parade.
Yes.
Any other surprises or guests?
I wanted to
speakers may
mention
be
that
coming?
Anohea is performing for us, and
Okay.
this will be her only free concert in the islands this year.
You guys did a good job of getting her to agree to that then.
Yes.
Good for her and for you guys. Now, as I said before we wrap up, we want to project down the line. This is the 4th annual. Anything that says there won't be a 5th, 6th, or what do you see down the line? What's the foundation's vision, dream? You've had scholarships. Let's kind of project down for the long range of Hawaii Kai and the
I
event.
foresee the community getting better involved in supporting the community event. It's not free to put on, but it's free to come. And theoretically, if everybody who resided just in the 25 zip code gave $1 every year, this event would continue in prosperity. And some ways we try to do that too is we have a logo contest with the schools in the Kaiser complex. And this design here was done by Gordon Tang, who is a 10-year-old attending Cocoa Head Elementary School. And so this logo was used for 2010 and 2011. This image will be retired after this event. And he's one of probably 56 entries that we received into this competition, which you want to look for information coming out in the fall is when we'll run that again. So we have a new design for 2012.
And it will be for 2 years. Each logo runs for 2 years.
Is Gordon going to come? I want to meet the guy. I want to get an autograph.
He came
beautiful.
last year, but yes,
that is
he did.
really good.
As
Will you
long
bring
as
him up? You're the MC, right? Oh,
No,
sorry.
I'm behind the scenes.
Miss Wharton.
Ramsey Wharton.
Ramsey Wharton.
And then
will she bring
following
him up
her-
on the stage?
Yes.
We'll try to get him.
That is impressive.
And following
Very
Ramsey,
impressive.
if we didn't tell you already, is we're going to have Miss Honolulu Skylark as our mistress of ceremonies for the remainder of the day.
The secret, then the mystery. But other mystery guests, any national or other state figures going to show up, or we'll let people know that
You
that's
know,
going to come?
Obama was booked.
Yeah, but you couldn't have done it, so it's almost Kevin.
I just
or,
want to say one thing.
Sure.
I want to thank the community because this year they have stepped up. Our sponsors have been short because of the economic situation. The community has come forward and given us donations from $2,000 to $1,000, and their combined total is equal to a $5,000 corporate sponsor.
That is superlative.